I woke up giddy. After a brutal year, I'd overplanned the perfect Hawaii escape. Passports stacked, kids' bags packed, Mr. Whiskers the fox included, spreadsheets for flights, snacks for two small tornadoes named Mason and Lily. Marissa, my wife, had texted at 11 p.m. Can't wait to make memories. See you at the airport. By 7:30, I was at Logan, coffee buzzing, vacation playlist ready. I slid my ID to the agent. Click, pause, frown. Sir, your ticket was canceled at 11:47 p.m. Your wife and her family already boarded the 6 a.m. flight. My brain went snow globe, shaken and useless. Then my phone buzzed. You should be taking care of the kids. Under it, a photo. My 5-year-old's on an airport bench, tear streaks shining. Mason white-knuckling Mr. Whiskers. I ran. Past Starbucks 1 and 2. At the third, there they were, two small satellites finally finding their sun. Lily launched into my arms. Mason wrapped himself around my waist. Mommy said you were coming, he whispered. Then she said you weren't. I'm here, I said, and meant it with my whole life. Security arrived fast and calm. An officer took one look at the photo and said, We've got you. They walked us to a quiet office. I filed a report while the kids colored shakily in airline crayons. A detective named Martinez listened, grim and gentle, and asked permission to copy the text and photo. You may get more calls today, he warned. If I'm right about what this is, it's bigger than a canceled ticket. He was very right. 2 hours later, the pieces snapped together. Marissa's father's construction company had been bleeding money for months. Instead of downsizing, they siphoned college funds, business accounts, loans in other people's names. A quiet exit to Hawaii was the plan. Rebrand the disaster as an endless vacation. The twins and I were collateral. By sunset, news helicopters hovered above a Maui resort, while federal agents led my wife, her parents, her sister, and brother-in-law through a lobby that smelled like plumeria and money. Someone tried to run in flip-flops. Someone asked to finish lunch first. No one got their wish. Back in Boston, I kept the TV dark. The twins built blanket forts. I answered investigators and family who didn't know what to say. When Marissa called from custody to check on the kids, Martinez said he told her, That's something you should have thought about before the bench. The charges stacked high: wire fraud, money laundering, embezzlement, federal child abandonment. It sounded like a movie until I tucked 2 exhausted 5-year-olds into bed and realized this was our life. The trial felt like walking into a marble-cold hurricane. Assistant U.S. Attorney Santos laid out a timeline so clean it cut $3.7 million, shuffled through shells and islands. Our kids' college fund drained to $2, 2 one-way tickets to paradise, and a grainy airport video of Marissa walking away from our children. When Marissa testified about pressure and bad decisions, Santos pressed play on a recorded call. My wife laughing about being free of all the baggage. The baggage were the children she'd promised to love. The jury didn't need long. Sentences ranged from years to a decade. My custody hearing took minutes. The judge's order was simple: full custody to the parent who hadn't abandoned, the kids. Supervised visits for the one who had, someday. That night, I boxed the designer leftovers of a life that wasn't ours and turned Marissa's office into a second kids' room. Bottom bunk for ground-level Mason, purple walls up top, for Lily. New maps on the wall, new rules, family first. Consistency always. Real life reknit itself in small threads. My boss shifted my schedule. My mom moved 10 minutes away with lasagna and opinions. Our neighbor Julia, single-parent superhero, tag-teamed pickups and reminded me cereal counts as dinner. Dr. Sarah helped the kids put words to the heavy stuff. Children need routine and safety, she told me. So we built them. pancakes on Saturdays, pizza and movies on Fridays, stars projected on the ceiling. At bedtime every night, the twins stopped glancing at the door every time a car slowed outside. They started laughing from their bellies again. Letters from Marissa began arriving monthly. I keep them sealed, a future choice for two kids who deserve the power to decide. Year later, we threw the kind of sixth birthday party that would have given my old life hives. Dollar store streamers, a rented bounce house, grass stains, Mr. Whiskers supervising the gift table. "This is the best birthday ever," Lily declared, frosting crowned. "Way better than last year," Mason added, mid-bounce. At bedtime, Lily asked her ritual question. "We're staying together forever, right?" "Always," I said. "We're a team." "What if Mommy comes back?" Mason asked, voice small. "If that day ever comes," I told them, "we'll decide together. But tonight, we're exactly where we're supposed to be." They nodded, settled under starlight, and fell asleep the way only safe kids do, fast and heavy. Downstairs, I scrolled through photos. Airborne Mason, hostess Lily, neighbors toasting paper cups, my mom herding children like a benevolent general. The house was messy and loud and honest. The life we'd built was too. People keep telling me I'm strong. I don't feel strong. I feel lucky. Lucky that two brave kids taught me what matters isn't perfection or appearances or five-star plans. It's showing up. It's choosing each other every ordinary day. Hawaii would have been great. But honestly, I'll take pancakes, purple walls, and peace every time.